Pedro.
We made it. This is Jonathan Van Dam. This is Andy Morgan.
Jacob Wheeler is like the #1 fisherman in the whole country.
This is my buddy Pedro.
Gracias, precioso.
Did you see that?
What you got, Pedro? Now we got a Mexican bass. We found a few good fish.
You can get big monsters.
Okay, I like it.
9 B.A.S.S. Angler of the Year awards. 19 B.A.S.S. tournament wins. Qualified for the Bass Masters Classic 25 times. Oh, son, fishing with Roland Martin.
This is my buddy Pedro getting ready to file a flight plan.
That's right. First, I have to get my other pair of eyes.
Yeah. Good. Now, we're going to be flying into Mexico in Pedro's personal plane. And so, as a licensed pilot, Pedro has all the wherewithal of filing a flight plan. Does it fit?
Yeah.
That's a heavy
You
bag.
travel like my wife.
Pedro's plane is just really cool. He's got this little 182 Cessna, and we're flying over some beautiful mountains. And one of the things that I'm so enthralled about in flying over this part of Mexico is you see no roads, you see no houses, you see no smoke. It's just a totally desolate area, but a great place for jaguars, hunting in general, and there's some other opportunities here. Pedro.
We made it. Pedro and I, we're at the lodge now. This is the Hacienda Las Palmas. This is where Pedro and I stayed about a year and a half ago.
The whole reason for this trip to Guerrero is it's kind of a workshop for Favorite Rods. And Winston Tucker, the CEO and president of Favorite Rods, is here to talk about that.
You really have a brilliant idea of setting up a camp down here, and just what's your idea of having this?
Well, Roland, you know, I mean, who am I to say to you, man? You're the legend of all time. So I'm just blessed to have you on our team and be part of this and everything we're doing. But you've caught, I don't know how many big uns in Mexico, right? So yeah. It's just a great place. The weather's usually always cooperating. You know, it's great to get down here, do some fishing, do some hunting, great food and great people. And so, you know, we just felt like we needed a little spot to where, you know, just like this week, you know, all of our pro staff can come down. We can talk about rods, talk about actions, talk about all the different things.
This is a workshop.
Yeah, to make our product the best it can be. And what better to do that with people like yourself and all the guys that's here today, and, you know, help teach this old guy here a little bit more about what I need to be doing to make the products great, you know.
Okay, Lake Guerrero is filled by 4 major rivers.
Yeah.
Pilón, Corona, Purificación, and Villa de Casas, 4 big rivers. And they all unite in one, and that new river is called Soto La Marina River.
Okay.
And it begins right there, in that gorge.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful area that we're gonna fish in a little while. There you go. The first one.
Yeah, first one. I had another little bitty one hit. And it's funny, Pedro, because here we are with a big bass lure. And this lure is set up for really big fish.
Look
what we caught. But you know, you can also say in the long run that fish is going on 10 pounds, maybe in 10 years.
Yes, that's right. That's right. We could have a 10-pounder, you know, potentially.
Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's present Fishing with Roland Martin, brought to you by Tracker Boats, Fish the Finest. Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, designed by fishermen for fishermen. Power Pole, total boat control. And by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Fishing with Roland Martin is brought to you by Tracker Boats. Fish the finest.
Okay, this is the dam, and as you can see, we were able to retain billions of square meters, cubic meters of water with a very small investment. So here we are at the beginning of a new river, which is called the Soto La Marina River. It flows from here to the ocean. It's about 150 miles down east that way. The water level right now is at 50%, more or less, you know. They're not taking water. You can't hear anything. No water coming out of the dam right now. We're expecting the rain to come in soon and fill the level up again. It's a huge lake, and it will take a lot of rain to do that, but at least every year we have 2 meter growth in the level of the lake. So hopefully that will begin soon. September, October, our best months for raining. Remember a year and a half ago that you were down here, we were fishing right in front of the little house there, you know, deep. We may try there and get a good fish. The water level is very, you know, shallow. It's only have about 4 or 5 feet of water, and all that wind is, you know, just getting the water on.
I got you. But a little teeny bit bigger.
Yeah, it's a little bigger.
You know, it's funny how can a fish that's not much longer than the lure hit the lure? Aggressive fish.
They're gonna be mad when they grow. They're mad now.
There's one.
Oh, that's a good one. Small one.
Oh, he got off. He was on. About a pound and a half. Any real big fish on this flat today? Well, maybe they are, but you know, like
They are scared
I'm gonna
and afraid. Ooh, right here, that's a good one. Hold on. You're on the net. Hold on.
we gotta leave.
Yes! Yes!
I wasn't even watching. I wasn't even looking. I was just. Now here's a testimony for catch and release. I want to show this other camera that what's going on is this bass has been caught before.
Oh yeah.
This bass.
Oh yeah.
It's been caught and released, and so that's good. It's caught and released, and it's biting again. So that's a good deal.
And it's happy and it's healthy.
Yeah, it's healthy and healthy.
Let me take
It
this.
was so funny because it was one of these situations was time to leave. Okay, and I wasn't even watching the lure, and he just came right underneath the boat and got it.
And I saw the hookup.
Did you? I didn't see
Yeah.
it. I was looking back off somewhere else. I was looking for another place to go. But anyway, that's a quality fish. Okay.
Yes, it is. See these mountains and all of this terrain as you saw yesterday that we were flying in?
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's pristine, pure country.
Okay.
No roads, no towns, no nothing. Just big brush. And all these mountains and brushes and everything, there's a lot of turkey, Rio Grande turkey. We got deer, of course, we got javelina, but we also have jaguar, beautiful jaguars, and what we call the American lion also. So that's what we have.
The puma or the mountain
puma.
lion. The mountain lion and the jaguar. They're
And
both.
the jaguar, both.
Right, both.
We have a boat here, and it's just so beautiful. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
So we're here fishing this area where there's another river coming over here, and we have a flat. So it comes from 40 feet to 10 feet that we have right here. We have at 25 feet right now.
Okay.
And there's no water over there.
Okay.
So this is a very good area to fish with
Everything.
jigs, with plastics, big 1 ounce spinner baits, and chatter baits. My work is chatter bait, and of course some crankbaits. So let's see.
On the shallow stuff, I'm going to try a top water because it's still cloudy, but I do have the big jig. I got the big jig right there. And I'm going to try some plastics as well.
Yeah.
Fishing with Roland Martin is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Fishing with Roland Martin is brought to you by Favorite Fishing, Future of Fishing.
Hey folks, this is Jonathan Van Dam, one of the top guns on the circuit right now, and you're fishing the major league fishing and doing well. You're really killing them. The Bass Pro Tour.
Yeah.
And listen, you caught a big bass today. Well, I mean, like what, 9 something?
Yeah, 9.5 pounder. One of the biggest ones I've ever caught. We were fishing a real long tapering points, had some big rock on the end. I threw a wobble head with just a big creature bait, oversized creature bait, winding it through there, and my line just went slack. When I set the hook on her, I couldn't move her, Roland. Couldn't move her. Couldn't do nothing with it. And I'm like, this is a big one.
Almost 10 pounds.
And it come up and jumped. I mean, and it was long, super long and skinny. Biggest bass I've ever caught size-wise. I mean, didn't weigh the most, but the biggest bass, hands down, I've ever caught.
Well, you're going to hear a lot more from Jonathan Van Dam in the future because you've really set the world on fire.
We're getting there.
You're doing good. One of the Bass Pros on the Favorite Fishing team. Hey folks, this is Andy Morgan. He's the top-notch bass fisherman that I've ever seen on the FLW Tour. You set every record.
Andy Morgan, he has a couple really good days. One day he caught an 8-something and a couple 7s and 6s.
Well, I caught too many this morning, Roland. They made me sit down, so get in there and sit down. You've had enough. You caught enough fish this morning. You sit down for a little while. It's okay. I'll give you a break.
You caught some couple big bass this week.
I did.
Tell me about that 8-pounder.
Well, the 8-pounder was just kind of rolling on the side of a point. Now, you know, I caught the first, we'll go to the first one, which was a 5-pounder.
Okay.
Big tree on the edge of the river channel, actually.
Okay.
The water's low.
Yeah.
So a lot of the waters came out of the flats, and these fish have got on the river channel.
Okay.
So these big, huge, and I asked a couple of guys here, they're big, huge cypress trees.
Okay.
Ancient cypress.
Big monsters. I mean,
yes.
they're 4, 5, 6 foot across.
And they have no limbs other than in the canopy at the top.
Okay.
So those fish are actually suspended up in that canopy
in
the top of these old. Now these are old, I mean, they're more
1,000 years old.
Ancient. And they're dead, they're not alive.
Right.
So those fish are actually on those limbs in the top of those trees, which a lot of them were 25, 30, 35 feet deep.
Yeah.
I caught a 5 and a 6 out of the top of the cypress, but the 8-pounder actually came off the side of a point where the river channel came in and bumped the point. And we didn't go out and just catch 50 fish a day, 100 fish a day. We caught a few fish a day, but we caught some really big ones.
Good.
Now, Jacob Wheeler is like the #1 fisherman in the whole country, and we have a couple fish, 4 and 5 pounds, that we caught with Jacob that are kind of cool.
This is not a fast-paced deal. You're not going to go out there and catch them right off the bat a lot of times. But when you find them, and if you do find them,
Jacob is an expert with reading electronics, and so if nothing else, we'll at least find the fish. Now we got to catch them as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, folks, we've kind of switched gears. We have a little while to fish, and what we're going to do is Jacob and I are going to flip these big, heavy cottonwood. I don't know if they're cottonwood. I don't know what kind of trees they are.
They're big, though.
But they're on the creek. They're in the creek, and they're on the edge of the creek, and so the fish, Andy Morgan caught 3 real big fish here the other day, 8-pounders and stuff. So they're down about 8 feet. And we're going to have heavy braid, we have heavy rods, we have heavy jigs with big hooks. And we're going to try to catch one. Okay. Get it. I don't know if he hammered it. I got him. No, he's not big. He's maybe medium size. But, hey, got him on him with the jig, son. The old jig man.
Yeah, bro. Oh.
He actually hit it before. You have one?
Oh, I just had one too.
Hey,
we might have found him.
We found him. We found him, son. We found a few good fish. Right. Now, they aren't the 7-pounders like Jonathan Van Dam just caught. It's kind of coming together. Not a whole lot of fish, but a couple big ones. Big one? Is that a big one? Yeah. There we go. Okay. On a Spro crankbait. That's a good deal. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Here we go, Jacob. Nice bass.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Now, it's a kind of a different day today. It was a little bit windy this morning out on the lake, so we came back into the creek, and a beautiful place back here.
It's
a Spro crankbait, huh? That's super deal.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
There you go.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Fish doubled up. Look it. Pedro's got 8 Roland, you got to get.
Yeah, that's the deal. I got to get me a crankbait.
Get that crankbait out.
Yeah, I know. Son.
There we go. It'll be better if you get your crankbait back. I did steal that one in Roland's box. I didn't bring a little.
Oh no, that's good.
That's the best one.
Super deal. Yeah.
That's only
okay.
3 pounder, 3.5. But
okay.
Good fish.
Nice.
We can get you a few more right here, probably.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. What you got, Pedro? Huh?
Some kind of Mexican bass here.
Some kind of a Mexican bass.
Feeling really good.
Huh? Feeling good?
Look at this.
Oh yeah, look at that guy. Look at this guy. Now we got a Mexican bass. Yes, sir. Whoa! Big old 5 or 6 pounder too. Nice one. Now we're talking.
Nice one. Good job.
Hey, way to go, Pedro.
Hey!
We're not catching a lot of fish today, folks, but we're catching a few big fish.
This afternoon bite
Yeah,
definitely
that's right.
seems
Yeah,
like it's picked up quite a bit. Good job, Pedro.
Nice, way to go, son.
Absolutely. And you can get this monster.
Okay, I like it. Way to go, son.
Thank you. Here you go, baby.
Fishing with Roland Martin is brought to you by Deca Marine Batteries. Start strong, troll long. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's present Fishing with Roland Martin, brought to you by Tracker Boats, Fish the Finest. Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, designed by fishermen for fishermen. Power Pole, total boat control. And by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
I count down. That's a big important thing. We have electronics and we can see how deep it is here. But when you throw out there, you don't really know if that's shallow or deep. So it pays when you have a big plastic worm or a jig like we have to count the line down. Now, you don't exactly know how deep it is, but you know approximately how deep it is.
Yes, and you can test.
And if it all of a sudden it sinks 7 seconds here and 8 seconds there and 3 seconds there, hey, there's a ridge there.
Right.
So you can really kind of narrow down structure by counting down.
Oh, here it is.
You got one?
Yes.
Big one? Hey,
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
What you got, son? Yes, sir. Good one.
This must be a small one.
Huh?
Small one. I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay.
A little bitty one. Gracias. Look at this. Look at this.
I'm telling you. Look at that. Isn't that something?
Isn't it brave? Son valientes. Atacó. Vean ustedes la diferencia de lo que atacó. Valiente el pescadito. It's a good fish.
It's a good fish?
I think so. Well, hold on. I'm gonna put it.
Okay, you got it.
Swing it.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Look at that. Yeah,
Yes.
now, son.
Not
That's the old topwater time.
Bass Pro Shop y cuesta menos de $2. Gracias, precioso. Vamos a ver cuántos de estos podemos sacar.
Mucho grande, lo vina, el pescador negro.
Hey, what's the biggest bass you've ever caught, Mark?
1152.
Think it's that
I
big?
think she's 11. No, I think she's really close to 10.
Mark Daniels, one of the
Yes,
top
sir.
pros on the MFL deal. I mean, you've really done well. You had a couple close second place wins this year. Just real close.
Close, but today made up for it, Roland. Let me tell you something.
Hey, what happened?
We almost were about to come in. 5 minutes, almost the last cast, to be honest with you. And I'm like, no, let me flip a couple more trees. Made a flip just before we were about to leave. Alongside a tree, it went down about, 5, maybe 6 foot. And then it just literally got heavy and started slow swimming off. And Roland, you know what that means, especially down here.
Did you see the fish right away?
I didn't see it, but when I set the hook, it was literally like I had the bottom or I was snagged on a tree.
Woo! This is exciting. Somebody catches the biggest fish of their life. It could be Mark's biggest fish ever.
Potentially my PB. I'm like, how big is this fish? I don't know. It looked like at 10, 11, 12. You just don't know. The heads on them are so
big,
massive.
Actually, it's a big-bodied fish.
Oh, they're huge. The frame on it, I don't know. We didn't measure it, but it had to have been you know, 26 inches maybe. I mean, it's just a giant.
That is some kind of a bass. Holy moly, Mark. What do you have?
I'm saying 913.
Huh?
10.14.
Woo! 10.14. 10.14. Oh, I got one. I lifted it up off the bottom. A nice one. Look at that. It was suspended fish. That's another suspended bass. I got it on Jacob's rod and reel, and it was a good one. And I was coming up to the boat with it.
Oh, you got him hooked good now.
Yeah, you hooked good?
Yeah, you got
Here we go. Nice fat one.
That's a fat one.
Yeah, nice fat one.
Yeah, Roland.
That's good.
There you go.
That's a good fat one. Hey, way to go, folks. Hey, well, I'll tell you what. We've come down here to Mexico, and we've all caught a couple nice bass
Absolutely.
now. And, you know, you caught almost a 9, and I've caught a couple 4 5s, and Pedro's caught a couple good ones. And look at all the doves we had. I'll tell you what, folks, coming down to Lake Guerrero and staying at the Hacienda Las Palmas, hey, that's a treat and a half. You got to come on down to Mexico, son. And thanks again, Pedro. Thanks for a great trip. My friend Pedro Sors. Thank you, sir.
Buddy. My pleasure.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great American fisherman. He'll fish anywhere. Anywhere there's water, Lord knows he'll be there. He's just like a gypsy, mighty hard to know. Great American fisherman, got fishing in his soul.
It's taking the line. A big old bluefin. Okay, boys. Oh, some.